Hey, everybody. It is another Monday in June. It's hot, and guess what? It is Lady Borgia Live. How is everybody doing today? It is a fantastic day, and I love you. Yes, I do. Let's go in. Oh gosh, we have so many things. Hey, sweet Sadie JTV. What is up, girl? I love her channel. You guys have to check her out. Not right. Actually, you can right this second because every single stream that I have, just click on three buttons and you can check out the channel at the same time while you're still listening. Like I said, every stream I have is a community event, not just for creators, it's for viewers too. Because guess what? Up until 4 months ago, I was just a viewer. Just a viewer? No way. Viewers are important. Don't ever say just a viewer. Anyway, happy Lux. How are you, sweetie? Gamma, autism at its finest grace. Hello, hello. Ammo, my lovely Ammo. Thank you, one of my fabulous moderators, which we don't really get anything that comes in here that's nasty. It's once in a blue moon, but they do remember to put things out for me, tweet things out. Mama Styles. Yes, my girl, the Tigress Cleopatra. This is a woman you want to check out because she rocks, Mama. I love you. Miss Kathy and Jesse. Yes, 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 yes. Miss Kathy, my lady, my PJ party partner, the funniest lady you have ever seen. I cannot wait to do that again. We're going to talk about that. Think and share. How did the PA party go? Incredible. These guys were so funny. It was like a perfect combination. My cheeks were smiling so big. And Gemma Autism's Finest Grace, thanks sure emailed you on my Hotmail account. Awesome. Simval6567. Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Okay, something really special happened during the PJ party. And guess what? It just arrived. I was presented with a congrats and an award by Angel Baby. Here it is. Not only was this for 800 supporters, but if you go 1 hour into the PJ party, she gave me this. And it wasn't just for 800 supporters. It was much, much more than that. I've never had such a wonderful thing happen. Let me set this down. It's going right here on my wall, but literally, like, it just came today. Angel is psychic. This came and it was for being I'm stuttering again thinking about it, guys. Yes, Angel, I got it. It arrived like literally like an hour or two before. There's 2 hours now. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Candice, yay, you're here. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering again. I look at it and I stutter. This is so much love right here. And I can't believe it. You guys, it's an hour in. It's also on Angel's channel. Look down below in the description box. Christy K9 and Namaste. Namaste, I was just on your channel. Metro Sonic. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, there's so much to tell today. But Angel has this on her channel. She presented this, and it's an hour in on my adult PJ party. Yes, we get a bit frisky on there, but no, it's nothing disgusting or disrespectful or anything like that. People had a lot of fun. These people are funny. My face was falling off, but this was for. I'm spitting. Oh my gosh. Creators Alliance, Joker baby, how are you? All right, guys, I had to share this, but I couldn't believe it came in. Not only did Angel present me this for 800 supporters, subscribers, which I'm almost at 900. I'm zooming up. I can't thank you all enough. It just makes me want to work harder and give you more and more and more and more because I love you. Yeah, I got a little excited there, Metrosonic. It's really a big deal. This wasn't just for 800. This was to tell me how loved I was, what a good job I was doing, that she believed in me, and they all told me such beautiful things, how genuine I was and a wonderful person, and how I help people, and I was awarded with all that, and thank you. Like, I'm actually tearing up again a little bit, and I'm not a crier, but thank you so much. I want to share it with you guys because I do it for you. And this was from Angel. It's going to go up there. I love you all, and I can't believe it. Wow. So that was one of the first things I want to bring up. My face, you hear stories about smiling so big your face hurts. Like literally my face, I was like, oh my God, it's happening. And they actually got me to blush, which is pretty hard to do. Thanks, I love your energy. I'm so uncomfortable for it. My hard time getting the same level of it. Oh, thanks, Sherry. You don't have to be at my level of energy. And I'm not at this level of energy all the time, though. But no worries. That's the thing. And on You Stories, which is my other show, it goes along with the guest. I tell some of my stories. It's all about connecting with each other. Christy Keenan, you're so excited. It's okay to spit. Yes. Namaste. It was so sweet. Whew, yes, Mama Styles thinks we all generate our own energy at our own levels, and that's what makes us unique. Yes. Well, that's the other thing, ThinkShare. That's extremely exciting. If you go back and watch it, it is an incredible honor. This is not just congratulations for 800 supporters, subscribers, whatnot. In fact, because I haven't celebrated anything. I just kept going, and it was an award for working really hard and doing a really good job. And it was more than just that. That's why I'm so excited and able to share it with you guys. And you have no idea how much that means to me. And that makes me want to do more for you guys. Whoo! Thank you, Metrosonic. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to start smiling again. But that means you have to understand, for anybody who doesn't know, I was going to be a neurosurgeon. And because of my diseases and disabilities, I could not physically. And I get to help everybody in my own way with my health, wellness, and lifestyle, feeling better with Borgia, my artistry, my live shows, and You Stories, which is about people connecting. And it's not just about for you people on YouTube. It's for creators. It's for human beings. It's about the human connection, really. And people connect through their stories. And I started the show because I started to tell some of my stories. It was way back. Not many people were live streaming then. It was at the beginning of my big 4 months. And whew, okay. Yeah, we can take it down a notch now. But yeah, and it's fantastic. I've gotten to know so many wonderful people, and you know what? I learned something every live stream. So this has been a whirlwind and fantastic, and I'm going to keep going for my people, and you guys are all my people. I love you all. So big thing we have right now is, and by the way, Angel Domingue, hold on a second. Whew. All right. Angel Domingue, the lovely woman, there was a cake and a wish and a whole thing about You Stories and the hard work I put into it. And you need to check out Angel Domingue's channel down in the description box, and both of her books, Poke the Bear and A Turn in My Belly, which was her first one, 2013. And if you don't know, and you're new to Lady Borgia Live, in Lady Borgia Live, we always do a What's Up segment. So there's going to be a lot of information in the What's Up announcements box down there. And as I roll through, you'll find out. Now, if you ever have an announcement that you want to put on here, hey, best friend. Oh, my Stephanie, I love you so, darling. Big hugs, girl. Big hugs. Yes, Angel. Yes. That's my peeps, Angel. But I do. I genuinely love you all. And if you have an announcement, it could be on your channel. It could be in your life. I've gotten to announce weddings and babies being born. Send it to me. Email me. It's borgiaglobal@gmail.com. I love announcing happy things. Oh, and I think I have something in my eye. That's so gross. Hold on. Oh, I don't have Coco to hide. Normally I put Coco in front of the camera when I have to hide, and I don't know where I put Coco. I think she's on the other side. Woo! Angel, yeah, it's Domingue. Yeah, it's some people say Angel Dominique, and it's an honest mistake, but Angel's Domingue, correct? Ian Wrestling King, what's up? How are you? Oh, yes, and best friend. All right, let's back up. Let's back up. Best friend starts her new job on July 9th. She's also going to be on Use Stories on July 5th, guys. After you've had your 4th of July parties and you've done all that, guess who's going to be on the next day? Best friend in my thread. Your thread. I always screw that up. In your thread. See, I think in my thread. Well, it's true. In your thread, in my thread. You know what I mean? Yeah, Domingue. Gay or gee? Anyway, okay. Ian Wrestling King 83. How are you, my love? So, first things first. I know I get excited right at the beginning, and this was really exciting. This is going up on my wall, so I always see the love. Yes. Mama Styles is right up at the top. The Tigress, a Cleopatra. Yeah, I love that name. That is sick. We are doing a 4th of July collab, and guess why? Because I was honored. Mama Styles asked me, and I was so thrilled. So it's going to be coming out tomorrow. She may have hers out on her channel a little bit before me. Hopefully I will have mine out exact same time. Had a little trouble with my hands, but it's coming out tomorrow. It's filmed, it's done. Both of us were editing away today, and hers is more classic, and let's just say your girl here went for fireworks. Although I heard Mama Styles didn't happen to have glitter, and I have a lot of stuff in my studio from doing special effects and fantasy and whatnot that I've collected over time. And I've gone in it, out of it, in it, and now I'm in it for good because I love it. And if you don't stay practiced, you don't stay good, and you don't stay learning. So the only reason I know how to do things is because I keep doing them and I keep learning. Yeah, so we're going to actually, best friend, this one is she filmed hers, I filmed mine, but I'm trying to get her on Use Stories, even if you have a stinky butt child, my love, Mama Styles, because we can work it out. I swear. And yes, best friend, she says, Mama Styles, I'm sure she'll help you be comfortable. Thank you, Angel. You're so kind. I need to arrange on Use Stories, but I'm kind of shy in it. Oh, honey, I know, but I will take good care of you on my channel. It is my responsibility to make sure everybody is comfortable and having a good time. And never live streamed before, what, 3 or 4 months ago, and I take that very seriously. You guys are coming into my living room, and, you know, especially Use Stories, because you're going to be right on it. I will take care of you. There will be no awkward silence. There won't be any, trust me. Yes, my channel name used to be Tigress Cleo. I love Mama Styles, but you know what? I love Tigress Cleo too. That is a sick name. So yeah, Angel, congratulations to best friend on her new job. Whoo! Yeah, Candace, wouldn't she? Mama Styles would be so awesome to do Use Stories. And this is the other thing that's really cool about her. Check below. She's right up at the top. And Mama Styles and I were chatting today. And on top of it, she's a wonderful person. She's a wonderful friend. I can't thank her enough. I love you, Mama Styles. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. She's an incredible listener. She really is. And she's got some really important things today to say, sorry. And you know what? She might be a little bit quieter, but sometimes that just means you got to listen more because they've got some, you know, sometimes people are a little bit quieter, and that's cool. In fact, she taught me something today that I forgot about. We were talking about introverts and extroverts, and Angel always says that she is an introvert. And I've always called myself an extroverted introvert or an introverted extrovert because I love people. I'm very friendly. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I'm not shy, but I also like a certain amount of time to myself. And I can be very quiet for long periods of time, very happily gardening, working, creating things, painting. I'll sit here and paint a special effects character and sit there for 48 hours. And then I'll run out and talk to my family and tell them something. Did you know some bizarre thing? And they're used to it. Yeah, it is a cool name. But Mama Styles, she said last year it didn't suit me becoming a mom. you know what? I understand that. And that's really cool because you know what's cool about it? You still have it on your channel because technically she could change it. She can change the name. You're allowed to change it, I think, 3 times. But I really like that. You know, things do change when you become a mom or a dad or a parent or, you know, whatever. You know, there's different things. When you become a parent, things do change. But I like how she's got that part and the new part. So you see both Tigress Cleo and Mama Styles on the same thing. So Candace says, I'm an introvert until I get around extroverts. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm always the first on the dance floor, all that kind of stuff. But I believe, let me check. I think Mama Styles told me it was an ambivert. And that sounds familiar. So I tell you, I learn things from you guys all the time, and I find it absolutely fascinating. I'm gonna have to look it up because you guys don't want to see me digging through my phone. We had quite a conversation. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm pretty sure she said an ambivert. Yo, Candice, yeah, you didn't know there was a term for that. You know what? I don't know if I did or not. Once she said it, it was familiar, and I'm like, oh yeah, but I didn't actively remember it. Like it was somewhere buried in this brain that has 45 things going on at once. But so that was really cool. And like I said, everything I learned, I share with you guys. I have so many things to talk to you about today and people to tell you. I need to get a drink. Whew, it is Majesty TV. How are you? Fantastic to see you. I would love to see you. Hey, small YouTuber army, what is up? Let's see. Hey, Marco, I know you disagree, and I know they have drawn twice now, but I'm still sticking with Espena. Not sure who that goes to, but okay. Can you explain, small YouTuber army? Not quite sure what that conversation's about. I don't always keep up on, okay, a lot of the time I don't keep up on, I can't keep up on everything. So anyway, whew, yes, ambivert. In fact, I'm writing it down. I had it right. See, oh, and this is the other cool thing about Mama Styles. I was just looking at her channel and she was doing sign language, ASL, American Sign Language. Because there's actually sign languages in all the different languages. And it is its own language. There's a different syntax. It's not just English with signs. It's done in its own order and everything else like that. And it's one of the languages that I'm studying. Currently, I'm studying ASL, Hindi, and Latin. But I want to do Farsi and Egyptian Arabic and Russian. And I know that sounds crazy, but you know what? You're only limited by yourself. And I have 2 major disabling diseases, a bunch with other syndromes and whatnot. So, you know, I do what I can when I can. And all it takes is picking up the book. Or, you know what, nowadays I found so many things on Kindle that are cheap or free. And, oh, I'm hot. So, yeah, best friend, doesn't that make sense? So this is the coolest thing. I was going to take an ASL course with a deaf woman near me because it's often best to learn from somebody who is deaf. And there is your name, which you can either finger spell it, which is spelling it out by the alphabet, or you can like, and this, I always do this. This is I love you because I, and then this is L, and actually that's you. I think I'm messing it up. I have to go through the alphabet. I haven't been practicing as much lately, but anyway, it all works out into I, yeah, you. So if you don't want to finger spell your name, like Lady Borgia, often they say that you have to have a deaf person give you your name. Well, Mama Styles is not deaf, but I believe she's partially, just as Angel is. Angel's deaf in one ear, but it's not a secret. Angel tells everybody that. But, oh, Candice, you're obsessed with languages. ASL, Spanish, Swedish, and Norwegian are the languages I really want to put effort in the next couple of years. You know what, Candice? See, that's the thing. I want to practice ASL with someone. And I said to Mama Styles, she's really, really helpful to me today. And we're doing the collab together. And she's been very helpful with some other things. And I said, you know, if ever I can help you, please. And then really that goes for anyone. If ever I can help you, please, you know, like I said, I wasn't going to become a neurosurgeon just, you know, to make big money. You can make a lot more money doing other things. It's because I've always liked to help people. Mama says, hard of hearing. Okay, thank you. Thank you for correcting me to the correct thing. Because I don't always know. Seven blessings. Hello. There is a mama. There's another mama who is a great mama. Is my seven blessings. She is a wonderful mama and has a beautiful family. I am stunned every time I see her videos. Her children and her family, they're just like these gorgeous people that are funny and happy, and they make me smile. And Bottle Caps is here for the Shakespeare. Well, we finished Romeo and Juliet, and we did not do Shakespeare last night on Violet's channel. She had something else to do. Michelle contacted me and wanted to see if it was going on, and I said no, not last night. I was actually working away on my collab with Mama Styles. Like I said, I was very honored that she asked me. That was so cool. And actually, Mama Styles is my first big collab for makeup. So thank you, Mama Styles. That was really, really cool. So I will always remember you as my first collab. So Bottle Caps, there will be more Shakespeare. Either Violet will have it next week. And I said, if anybody else wanted to do it and Violet wasn't capable of it, I don't want to take it from her because it was her experiment. But I said we could do a different play or something that she doesn't plan on doing, because I know she wants to do Hamlet, and there's another one, and there's so much Shakespeare. There's plenty to go around. I love doing it with Violet. She's so fun to read with. Enzo, S2W Themes, I got him to come over and do it. He has an incredible voice. He was the king, you know, Sir Capulet. Oh my goodness. Incredible. And Michelle wanted to do it. And so if Violet can't do it soon, we'll pick a different one, or there's other plays or other things. I'd love to continue it. I love books and reading, and I've got so many. I still have, sadly, some in the garage. God, it pains me to say that. It really does. I am a book junkie. Oh, but anyway, this is the thing. As I am an Amazon associate, I buy so much from Prime that if you see something on it, it's a legit connection, and it's actually because I buy so many things on Amazon. It made sense to do it. There's a bunch of free things that I got from Amazon that are down below. It's free Amazon Prime for a couple months, free Amazon Mom Prime. There's another reading thing for 3 to 12-year-olds that's movies, books, other things, free 3 months for, it's for, what is it? I have to tell you about what it is. Oh, I can relate, Lady Borgia, to it. Yes, Miss Kathy understands. It's a real problem. And if I go, it's not just like, it used to be like, don't go to Barnes and Noble, don't go online too much. But it's hard. It's so hard. And Amazon originally was for books way, way back. In fact, I forgot about that. And yeah, there's all this free stuff. I put it up as my little gifts to you. I want to do it as, I want to do a giveaway, but I want to wait until I can really do something good. I'm steadily heading towards, I don't know, what am I at now? I don't know. I haven't looked. I think, what was it? Choo, choo, choo. Oh, I'm throwing things on the floor, and I think that was part of my notes. Really, it doesn't matter what I am right now. What matters is that I'm on with you guys, but I wanted to do something, yeah, 880, so almost 900, 120 away, and I wanted to do something for 1,000. But then I thought, you know what? 1,000 is YouTube's marker, not my marker. I want to do a special marker, and I want to do it when I can do something special. Now, I did the free Amazon things because, yeah, I need more books, mainly Stephen King and Anne Rice. Ooh, yeah, Angel, lots of freebies. bottle cap, you love Walmart. Actually, yeah, Walmart does have some really good stuff, bottle caps. I order from there too because I go back and forth if I'm going to buy toiletries. And sometimes if my RA is acting up really bad and my fibromyalgia, I'm not always comfortable driving. Sometimes I'm doing really great. And I'll be doing better once I can get into the pool and backlifting weights. It really helps me a lot in the sauna. But so I go through some periods that are really bad, and then I have to fight my way back out. And I'll be doing that the rest of my life. But listen, I'm going to do it with you guys along. So if anybody wants to join me, you know what? Join me, because I'm going to start as soon as I can get there again. But anyway, point being, I'm going to have to do this the rest of my life. It just is the way it is. And bottle caps, I go and I'll often order things through Amazon or Walmart, because Walmart has the free 2-day shipping. And then they also have all this stuff you wouldn't think Walmart has, like some of the hair stuff that you can only get through professionals, and some other stuff. I'll list it when I do the hair. I do my hair with professional products. I taught myself how. Hey, my mom paid for college. My parents paid for college for a reason, right? Anyway, and Walmart, bottle caps, what do you like to get at Walmart? Because I'll go back and forth between the two. I'm like, who's got the better price? Who's got the better price? I know it sounds like, well, it can't be that much difference. Hey, you know what? They say, picking up pennies. Do you know they did a study, and most billionaires, when they walk by a penny on the street, they pick it up. So every penny counts. Ammo, yes. Sweep, 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 my love. Absolutely. Love you. So anyway, bottle caps, what do you like to buy? And we pay for so much, nothing like a good freebie. Exactly. Oh, and that's the thing I wanted to say. There's a really cool one. There's the free music, free unlimited music, mom, baby, and home. There's like all these, Amazon free time, free trial, kid friendly, 3 to 12. It's like a unlimited free trial. There's all this stuff, home services, Amazon Fresh free trial, discounted monthly offering, free trial. It's like all this stuff, movies, Kindle, it's all this stuff. So, and let me pull it up for a second. We also don't want to forget, these aren't free, but they're really good. And I know they were having a sale. Oh gosh, sale was starting soon. The lady messed up. Oh well, that happens. I'm human. LeSeForYou, the wonderful leather purchaser artist, she had a sale going. She might still have it going. I could check my Instagram quickly, but you guys want to check that out. I know she had the sale going. I meant to put the dates in, and I messed up. Well, you know what? Like I said, that happens. We're all human. So, oh my gosh, that's a really cool picture. And oh my God, I don't know if I can show that on live. So also WondermusiquE has his music. Oh, and this is something, guys. So WondermusiquE actually has been showing me these really neat pictures from an artist, and I think they're phenomenal. He's going to have a live stream soon where he interviews him. So originally when he was telling me about it, I'm like, oh, you got somebody for your stories? And he goes, no, I'm going to do this one myself. So I'm super excited for him. I don't have a date yet, but check out, he's linked below as well. Check out WondermusiquE, because he's got this really cool thing coming up with this artist that's quite fantastic. And no, it won't be a used stories event unless I can get him second time around. But as I said, you got something cool, tell me about it. And actually, he didn't put that in there, but I know about it, so I'm going to tell. He's got something really cool coming. Yes, Miss Kathy, freebies are so fun. And I also have to say in advance, I do apologize on my collab with Mama Styles. There are a lot of bird noises because when I filmed it, obviously I don't have a professional soundproof studio. I don't think most of us do. The birds were really active on my windowsill yesterday. So the entire time I was editing it, I kept hearing, I'm like, what the, and part of it I was editing last night before I went to bed, and I went, wait, what, the birds? What the hell is going? Why are the birds out? It was on the video. It sounded so real though. So I should have put the link in here. I've got to do the review on the Rode Micro shotgun mic. It's pretty darn incredible because I really thought the birds were in the room. So definitely have upgraded my mic situation. That's not the mic I'm using today. That is with my Logitech C920 that the lovely Angel told me about. So yeah, oh, Walmart has the best red velvet cake and frosting. See, now our Walmart doesn't have food. I know I'm a little bit behind. I'm catching up. And Miss Kay, we wish we had a Target 20 miles north of my town. See, I'm so spoiled. Like, my street is incredibly quiet, so it feels like we're out somewhere. But if we have to drive more than 5-10 minutes or something, we used to. In the Princeton area, you know, you had to drive 25 minutes to the mall. You had to. Here, if I go 10 minutes that way, I'll fall off the face of the earth into the ocean. And I'll start swimming for everybody who's in Europe. But everything here, it's very funny how it's set up. It's a very big tourist area. So I keep living in places people love to vacation. So we also have everything very close. Oh, Mama says the Walmart over here where I live is always a mess in the makeup area. I haven't been to the makeup area. The Walmart closest to me is about 15 minutes away. And I don't go to it that often because honestly, there's Harmon Cosmetics is closer and you can get things almost as cheaply, but I usually Divine Tiffany. I can usually get the stuff online, but I'm meaning to go into that Walmart also because there's a really neat outlet center up there that's and they've got everything from Burberry and some of my favorite designers to a Vans outlet. I love those shoes. A Converse outlet. Ali Tahari, which is a favorite designer of mine. So my favorite shoes, which are tennis shoes. I love my high heels. Haven't worn them so much. But bottle caps, you have to catch a ferry to go shopping at a Walmart. 20-minute ride. You got to be down the boat half an hour. Holy crap. Bottle caps, where do you live, love? That is, I love best friend. I don't know if she's laughing at bottle caps, but it's just really funny. Oh, 7 blessings. Darn it. Have a great night. Everyone stay awesome. Angel, Lady Borgia, lots of hugs. I love you. Yeah, bottle caps, $30 for a round trip. No, I totally understand that because I go into New York a lot. It's very close. The train station's 5 minutes away, and but it's just far enough away that it's not obnoxious, but it's just close enough that I can hear the sound of the trains, which is really neat. I get to hear the sounds, church bells, just far enough away that they're nice, but they don't wake you up. And the train, it stops by, I think, the last one is like around 1 in the morning or something. But they're nice, like friendly noises. I don't know why I like them so much, but yeah, it takes to pay to go on the train and then come back. It can be, but where are you? Let's see. Oh, best friends like me. My Walmart has everything 5 minutes away, so I shop there a lot. Yeah, we have a ton. I have a whole mall 5 minutes away. I have makeup. Oh, let's see. We've got a Sephora, all the department stores, a Cosbar, which is a high end, a Blue Mercury, 2 Max, actually 3 Max, another Sephora 15 minutes away, the big one, 2 JCPenney Sephoras, an Ulta, another Ulta, the other one. I don't like Ulta though, they're rude. Ghostly Iron Pistol. Oh, honey, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, he has the most wonderful things on his channel. I love it so much. If you didn't know, I love guns, not for shooting people down, but the sport of it. I also love archery. And he's got some really great stuff. It's fantastic. If you don't know him, like I said, every single one of my shows, which I got to talk about Wednesday's show, it is big, big, big. So 802 vids, you're here. Good, right in time. And bottle caps, I live on an island called Texada up from Vancouver. Okay, yeah, I have a lot of family in Washington State. So I kind of know up towards that everything. So 802 vids, if I remember correctly, Chris, Angel, where are you? This is who I was telling you about. Mama Goonie, hey, what's up? Mama Goonie, how are you? How are you? 802 vids is showing some love. Bottle caps, watch my video called Dolphins, and that's what I've got to watch on the ride home. Absolutely, I will. Bottle caps, you should email me when you have something cool because I will put it in the description box. Now, this is the cool thing. Mama Goonie, I haven't seen you before, but I am so happy to see you here and check everybody out, get to know everybody. I like to intermix when I have this many announcements and this many things to talk about. I like to mix it in so I'm not just doing a whole list. Angel, I know, is floating around in here. She works on Mondays. Now, Angel, 802 Vids is who I'm trying to hook you up with. If you go down in the description box, you'll see 802 Vids. They do a wonderful, Chris, right? Am I saying it correctly? I'm almost positive. He has the most peaceful, like, awesome live stream. It's totally different than other ones that I've seen. He's chilling out. There's music. People are chatting, and it's 8:02 on Saturday. Well, 8:02 Eastern. That's my time. So, and I think that's his time too. So if I am correct, I try to remember everything everybody tells me. People think that's weird, but I figure why ask you if I'm not going to listen. And if I forget, I will tell you. And once in a while, I do zone out when I ask a question, and then I'll admit it. I'll say, listen, I'm sorry. I totally zoned out on you. But I figure best policy is always just admit it. If you do something, just say it and go through it. To anybody who just came in, Mama Goonie, I'm doing fantastic. Mama Styles is folding laundry. I wanted to show everybody my award. This is from Angel Domingue, and they presented it to me on the PJ Adult Party Show. And it is my love. It's going right up here. This just arrived today, 2 hours ago, and it was not only for 800 subscribers, which I'm now almost at 920 from 9. I have 122,000, but I'm going to talk about that too, how 1,000 is not my big marker number, and I'm going to tell you why. But that was also for doing a really good job, and she said for caring about people and use stories and listening and helping and doing all the things that I love to do, which like makes me tear up and smile. And thank you, Tiffany. You deserve that. That's so sweet. It's just fantastic. I can't thank Angel enough times, so I'm going to be showing it a couple times and then they all said it's an hour into the adult show. And if the adult show isn't your thing, believe me, it was perfectly respectable. These guys are so funny. We didn't go like nasty, it wasn't that kind of adult. There is adult content, there is adult language, stuff like that. But it was very funny. Ghost Aaron Pistol was in there, not on it, but the audience participates along. And Mama Styles is also secretly cursing the laundry god. Honey, I don't blame you. I don't like laundry. Thankfully, I don't have to do it, but it was never a favorite of mine. I love to cook. Laundry, for some reason, though, I don't know. I don't know why I don't like laundry. I love to put it up and have it clean. I like it all neatly hung up. I just have this issue with getting it into the dryer and doing all this stuff. I shouldn't complain. Many people don't have washers and dryers in their homes. In fact, our dryer actually broke, so neither do I right now. But we have a brand new washer. Anyway, point being is, I hear you. And zoning out is fun, Mama Goonie. Sometimes it happens. But when I ask you a question and then zone out, I will admit it, because I got it because she said I actually listen to people, and I really do. I started You Stories because I really wanted to hear other people's stories. I was telling mine, and I really do care what you're saying. And for anybody who's shy, It really, really is an honor that you trust me to take care of you on my show. And I really appreciate anybody who does come on. I was very lucky. So many people want to come on. I have a huge list and I'm always finding new people. It's always scheduled out in advance. And I really think when you have anybody on your channel, it's a privilege, you know, because they're taking their time out of their day to come and do this with you. And I know some people view it the other way. Well, they're getting to come on. You know what? It's Frank put it the best way, which I have to announce him too. Mama said I was cursing the dishes gods earlier. Yeah, if I had to pick, I'll take laundry over dishes. Oh, dishes skeeve me. I admit it. I hate. Wait, I won't use hate. I save hate for very extreme circumstances. I will cuss before I use the word hate. And it sounds weird, but it's true. Okay. Oh, Angel Domingue, did you like that tape? Yes, I had help. Angel. This is who I wanted you to meet. 802 Vids, you will love his live stream. On Saturday at 802, go down in the description box, 802 Vids. He just stopped by here and I asked him, did Angel stop by it? I know you're very busy. Angel stops by so many channels. She's so supportive. She is my sister. Okay. That's my girl. I know she's everybody's, but I love me some Angel. Angel and I have so much in common. It's ridiculous. And it's just kind of been that way from the beginning. And I'm hugging it. I'm hugging it. And Angel, it came at the perfect time today. It came at the perfect time where the lady got love, and it was exactly, and I will always know that I am loved no matter the circumstance, and that is wonderful. I can't tell you, like, I know people may say, okay, stop talking about it. It's really not about subscribers or anything else. It's about the love, and that's what really means so much to me. I can be, if I don't have a bad day often, and I'm usually very, very happy and not much gets me down. And if it does, it doesn't take long. But sometimes having something like that or a kind word from somebody really makes a difference in life. So Angel, definitely visit. And his name is Chris. It's music and it's chill, Angel. He sits in a recliner chair, which I was like, that's brilliant. I mean, although I have my ergonomic chair, so I'm very comfortable. He sits, he talks to the chat, but it's very mellow. But it's interesting. It's not boring because some of you are like, oh gosh, well, he's playing music and he's kind of sitting there chill. There's a prayer at the end. It's very spiritual. I don't think it's particularly, it's not really religiously based. I think it's any spirituality is welcome. I've never felt any particular religion, and people are really friendly in there, and he's really cool. So, definitely, yeah. And that tape, Angel taped the bejesus out of this. She protected this so much. And the mail came in. I wasn't the one who got the mail today, but I saw it. And we get a lot of packages here. I did not have to look at it to know who that came from. I saw it from the side and I went, that's from Angel. That has to be. I know that's hers. Yes, exactly. Frank is cool beans. And that's the other thing. Oh my God. Washing the dishes by hand. Miss having a dishwasher. Mama Styles. I hear you. I'm coming back to that in a second. And the missing sock, Mama Gumi. Yes, that's, oh my God. Before I forget, and I'm not going to forget, but Frank does a, speaking of live streams and shout outs, 802 Vids doesn't necessarily do shout outs, but well, they do talk about going to other channels and they do these funny raid things that I'd never seen before, but it's in good humor. It's positive. It's not like go and say something mean, because I actually saw that the other day and I was like, ew. I actually saw a live stream while somebody sat there and complained about not having enough people watching. And that really threw me for a loop because I went, but you have people watching. And they were saying, well, so-and-so over there, I guess they were checking other people's channels. How do they have this many people watching? What are they doing that's so cool? And I spoke up and I said, I don't look at how many people are watching. I look at my chat and I go ahead and I do the same show, whether there's 10 people, 1,000 people, whatever the limit is of people. And it doesn't matter because people come back and it's who's there who counts. It's who comes back. I got a lot of people come back and watch the replays because it's not the right time. And I really was floored that instead of focusing on the people, and I'm not going to say who it is because I just don't do that. We have open discussion in here, as you well know, but I don't gossip. And hey, Ghost Lair and Pistol is back. Yeah, Divine Tiffany 802 is a really good channel. Um, and exactly, Mama Goonie. Whether you have okay, Angel's gonna come check out 802 this Saturday. I've started going on Saturdays. It's a really nice thing. You know, he said it was really funny. He goes, he's a really nice gentleman, and that does not mean old man. He's a younger man, very nice. He was just came through here to say hello, and he says he's definitely not old by any means, but he said, he says, I don't know if I'm going to make it till 10 o'clock tonight. And I was exhausted on Saturday, very exhausted. I had not slept well the night before. And I said, honey, I hear you. Oh boy. There used to be a time I could dance until 2 in the morning, and not just because of the arthritis, but you know, with work and everything else, that wasn't happening on this Saturday. Sometimes. Yes, exactly, best friend. Thankful to have people visit me. Okay, Ghost Iron Pistols going to the store. Awesome. I will be here. I will be here waiting for you. Ghost Iron Pistols, the coolest guy ever. He was listening to me at work, and then he says, I'm coming home. I'm going to drive as fast as I can and jump back on. And I'd actually jumped on to thank everybody who jumped on when I was on trying out my OBS that day, and I couldn't get it on. So many people came on just to say hello, and all I had was audio. And I was floored, like really floored. I was like, oh my gosh. And people were saying, come on during the day. We don't get to see you. People that follow me in Europe and stuff like that. And I went, you know what? I've got to start doing that. So I came back on to say thank you. And he says, I'm coming home and turning you back on as soon as I get there. He went home, rushed through a shower to get back on to join in the show. And I just, wow. So this is why I couldn't understand, like, I saw a lot of live streams that actually I was in shock. I want to say something first, and I'm going to get back to that topic. Plus, it's easier sometimes. Best friend, I love you. I can hear Steph laughing. I cannot wait for her to come on the show. All right, we've got two really important things, and then we're going to get back to that. First off, I want to talk about Frank. Frank, down in the description box, Artemorbid, Artemortifica. Ooh, you found an old Walkman. I want to talk about that too. I want to get through some of these things, and I don't want to forget. I actually had to make another thing. We're getting busier and busier and busier. You guys are fantastic. So Artemorbid, Artemortifica, he's not been around a lot lately because he's been so busy. He's got two bands, Blood of the Wolf and Asphyxiator, which you can find both of those at Blood of the Wolf at bandcamp.com, bandcamp.com, or Blood of the Wolf at bandcamp.com. You can also find it on his channel. He said the Chicago Blues Fest, everything else. But every Wednesday at noon Central Time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern, he does a shout out live stream. It's not very long. It depends how much time he has. How long he does it. Say between maybe 15, 20 minutes and 40 minutes, depending on how much time he has. So I finally offered, because he was trying to tweet some things out and do it at the same time he was talking. I said, honey, just make me a moderator. I will come on and I will help you and put things in for you, because Frank was on the PJ party. You guys have got to watch it. It's flipping hysterical. These guys are so funny. Frank, my Frank, what can I say about my Frank? Oh, I can't wait. This was a magical mix of people. Enzo, everybody was so good natured. And you know what made it so fun? Yeah, it had adult humor and whatnot. Nobody went and got nasty. As Frank said, 4 hours, no drama, no grossness, no nothing. We don't have that on this channel. It's love, positivity. We got a little down and a little dirty, but not ew. You know, it was fun. And so seduced Teddy. I mean, come on, it's truth or dare. Not like that, but there was a little bit of Teddy fur on his chin after he kissed him. So, best friend, thank you. She said it was fun. Best friend was fantastic. She surprise called into the show, and the lady made a big boo boo. But guess what? It's all fixed, so you can't find it. But I learned something that I didn't know, and I won't ever do that again. Let's just say now I am aware where the speaker is on my phone. Yes, best friend, poor Teddy. But everybody said they wanted to do it again, so we will be having that again. I did say that people have been asking for an adult version because I kind of hit the borderline sometimes, and we will. I'm not going to do it every week. We'll push the limits on here a little bit sometimes, when it's appropriate, when it happens organically. I'm sweeping really quick, but still here. I love you, Tiffany. I love you so much. But yeah, we're going to have an adult show every so often, and other people want to come on. Best friend, you're automatically in that because now she can. And oh my gosh, you guys don't even understand how funny she is. She is hysterical, and so easygoing, so easy to work with. It's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Immediately, like, emailing right away, anything if I come on, because at one point there were so many people I didn't have enough room. I checked out Zoom. There was that whole debacle with that. I did find the way around it, like I told you guys. I won't go into the whole thing now, that whole 2-week Zoom investigation. Yeah, that's true. Now she can come on for all the fun stuff and come play with us. And so we're going to have more specials, more discussions. She's got some really cool things to say, guys. She's a very interesting person. Like I said, you got to watch the ones that sometimes are a little bit quieter sometimes. Not to say that stuff is quiet by any means, but she's got some really interesting things to say. And I'd love to also get you into some of our discussions. I don't know what the next one is because we haven't done it yet, but we actually do have something, but I have to talk to you about it later. So anyway, the next stories, and I am going to update the description box. We've got just about a month scheduled out ahead, and we're filling up for the next. I'm trying to schedule out all through July and August. Then I can plan things of what I'm doing in the summer and whatnot. I swim a lot during then. I really need to get back in the pool because, just being honest, it is extremely, it's painful now. It's cool enough. I'm going to put my gloves on. I will have this out as soon as possible. It's been very, very busy with extra shows and whatnot. I have a lot of videos filmed for you guys. It's just getting them all edited, and sometimes I have problems with my hands, which, by the way, guys, if it takes me a little bit to answer comments, or you don't see a comment on your video right away, it isn't that I haven't watched it. Sometimes I watch on my TV because it's easier for me and I can see you better. And also, sometimes it just really hurts to type. I like hit my limit. And I can tell I've been typing a lot and whatnot. So if you don't, it's not that I'm not watching. I make a note, where I've been, because you can see where you've liked something. And then I go back and I'll make a comment if it's just too much, or you can look at your watch history. So I do come back. But sometimes it takes me a little bit. And that's why sometimes I'm right on top of the comments that you guys give me. And other times it takes me a while. It's difficult. And the text voice to speech thing. Yeah, I have a friend who's legally blind. She's a wonderful woman that lives in California. She has a helper and whatnot. I look up to her. She's probably more my mother's age, but I have friends of all ages. I don't care how old you are. It's the person inside is what counts. Oh, Oreo kid, you're looking for love. Guess what? I love you. So, hey, Oreo kid, you need to come on You Stories too. You'd be lots of fun. I've been chatting back and forth with Oreo kid. Um, but yeah, so big You Stories this week, and you know what? All this is this week was kicking off summer because we had to have a big kickoff. Last week was summer solstice, the first day of summer, and it's the longest day of light in the year. And then it keeps going shorter and shorter and shorter until you hit winter solstice, which is Yule, usually a few days before Christmas. And it's also usually the first day of winter, and that is celebrated. I happen to be part Swedish, so we have certain traditions. We celebrate Yule as well as Christmas, and that's on my mother's side. Obviously, Borgia is Italian. Um, oh, Oreo Kid is a mod for your streams. Awesome, Mama. See, I've got to figure out when Mama Style streams because I keep missing her. I get her videos. Oh, and that's the other thing. I get to practice ASL with Mama Style. She's like, well, you could practice with me over Skype or something. So I've got to get back practicing. I sign slow when my hands are hurting, but like I know certain things like this and this. And hold on, I'm thinking because we use sign language when we're at our pool club to sign to each other across the pool because I can't yell because of my tonsils. And I really don't like yelling. To be honest, I don't like to yell. I don't like to fight. Like, I like to argue like discussions, but like fighting, I don't like fighting. Like I don't understand it. I don't like it. Like people like physically or verbally fighting. I don't like it. I like a discussion. I love a discussion. And that's cool if you disagree. As long as it's logical, there's no logical fallacies, especially, and if you don't know logical fallacies, there's many different types. Ad hominem, I mean, right there, you've lost the discussion, you've lost the debate if you go into a logical fallacy. And there's many different types: gaslighting, red herring. There's one of the big ones is ad hominem, name calling. So, and that's the cool thing. I never had to tell anybody on this channel, hey, strike ad hominem or, logical fallacy because nobody does that. Ammo says Oreo Kid, Ian Wrestling. Mama says, you, Lady Borgia, are you pagan? I'm what you would call eclectic because we celebrate various things in my family because of the various sides of my family. So I'm a bit of what you would call an eclectic practitioner. We go to church on Christmas Eve to the Christmas pageant to watch the children. It's at 4 p.m. and all of the community comes. There's also a community Christmas party that we go to see our friends. It's actually free. It's very nice. Santa Claus comes all the way from the North Pole. And magically, he always pulls up right in front of us and hugs us first. Like, I really don't know how this happens every time. It's magical. Mama Style's not a bad question above question. No, not at all. Absolutely not. All questions are good. Yeah, Mama Goonie, debate is awesome. And that when you see the special edition discussions of You Stories, that's what it is. Like, it's a healthy debate, healthy discussion. Not, when we did the first one was a deeper discussion into Christianity. And I said that wasn't my idea. That was WondermusiquE. He was interested in it. And we had Angel and Miss Kathy. And I said, hey, look, I'll be the neutral moderator. All religions are welcome and we can discuss it. And you know what? This is how I think things go forward in life. When you discuss them, when you have a discussion and you listen rationally, things can open up because sometimes people get a little bit nervous, like, uh-oh, it might go into drama. Well, it doesn't go into drama if everybody stays logical and calm and, listens to what is being said to them. And that's what everybody does here. Even, we've done a deeper discussion of Christianity, single dating and relationships, and our other special edition, we did an adult PJ party, and all of them fantastic. And I may have organized and done all that work and stuff like that, but they could not have been fantastic without my people. who are on and my chat. So, oh, thank you, Oreo Kid. Everyone hit the like. Thank you so much. Tweet this out, everybody, please. I've got lots of stuff to share with everybody. Same here. Yes, Divine Tiffany. Absolutely. So that's the thing. Oreo Kid, every room I go, everyone knows me. See, that's wonderful though, Oreo Kid. A lot of people know me when I go into rooms too. And it's a really nice feeling when you come in and they're like, hey, Lady Borgia. Hey, Oreo Kid. So it's really great. I want to talk about that. And then I want to talk about some live streams. I agree. Arguing is so draining. I can't, Angel. Angel and I discussed this on the relationship and single and dating special edition. And Celeste was really awesome. She came back, she watched the whole thing, and she was fascinating. Angel Domingue is actually the official You Stories guest co-host. She's been there from the beginning. Angel was there when I first had the idea, way before anybody was doing really not many people were live streaming. There weren't really any interview shows much, maybe one or two here or there. There was no regular ones. I came up with the concept, me telling my stories, and I went, wait, everybody's got stories. I want to hear their stories, because I really think when you start telling stories and talking, it connects people and it gets rid of stereotypes. And then it developed into everything else. So Angel and I talked about it, and that's one of the things that both of us are single, is we have to find the right person, because I can't fight with someone. You know, I'm going to tell you how I feel. If I don't like something, communicate. If you don't like something, say something. Say it directly. You know, I don't like this because of this. You have to be logical. You can't be, it's emotional intelligence. You can't just say, well, I feel this way, so I'm going to do it. Well, did you think about it? Is it reasonable? Is it logical? Because if it's not, that's not fair. I mean, you can't do that to people. Well, you can, but honestly, you look like an ass, and it's ridiculous. Mama Styles, normally I don't do this and put myself out. I'm actually pagan. When you see my videos, there's a picture. ISIS, yes. I have a very close friend who follows ISIS and Egyptian beliefs, which Kemeticism, correct? You follow Kemeticism, Mama Styles. Actually, I know quite a few Kemetics. I know a large pagan community. Actually, you know a lot of people of various religions, but yeah, I know quite a few. I don't know if that's what you particularly follow with the Egyptian, but yeah, I have. Oh, what do you have, Oreo Kid? A question? Feel free. You don't have to ask. Just ask a question. Go ahead, honey. I'm going to tell you really quick. Santa, yes, Santa exists, and if anybody ever says he doesn't, then you have to zip it, because it's the only thing I want to be Santa. I wanted to be Santa Claus since I was a kid. I think it's the coolest Kemetic. Yeah, I know a lot of Kemetics. And then some people that are a little more eclectic. I have a friend in Britain. He follows ISIS, and well, more of a Celtic Hern. Um, well, I'm not going to get into the whole thing and explain Celtic mythology, especially the British version versus the Welsh versus the Irish, because Celtic people that hear Celtic, and especially in the US, think Irish, but it's not. I actually have Celtic heritage. Fairies exist too. Yes, they do. And Santa's not real. Exactly, best friend. Somebody tried to say that once in here. One of my mods damn near killed them. Somebody called Santa a bastard. Can you believe that? Yeah, my mod did not let it go through. And I went, good for you. That's nasty. Of course, Santa is. And that's what I've always wanted. If I was given the choice right now, I always have loved being me. But, oh, Ian Reston, I'm Christian. Awesome. Everybody is welcome in here. Christians, in fact, Ian, we are going to eventually do another religious discussion. I'd like to do many different religious discussions, because I think sometimes people get afraid by the topic of religion, and it's a really good thing to learn about, because a lot of people don't know about pagans. In fact, they hear pagan and they think Wiccan, and Wiccan is actually the newest. Well, there's more new age ones. I could go into it even further, but Yeah, Mama Styles, there's no such thing as a wrong religion. It's up to each individual. Mama Goonie is also a pagan. Wonderful. Windy City Steve, what is up, my funny man? How are you today? I am so happy to see you. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I love it that people come to these discussions and everybody is reasonable. Angel and I talked about it, and it's just arguing a point is one thing. Fighting is something else. I just can't. It's just not something I can do. I can't have that kind of negativity in my life. I don't view somebody disagreeing or saying a point or standing up for what they believe in as negative. I think that's really positive, and more people should do it. And we should back each other up. Somebody went for Mama Styles the other week. In fact, we talked about this in length, and I listened to the playback, and oh my God, the thunder. I got really passionate about what I was saying, and the thunder started crashing here, and it was coming across the thing. I couldn't believe it on the payback. No, pagan is not the same of Wicca. Exactly, Mama Goonie. Wow, somebody attacked Mama Styles on her vaccination video, and it was really crappy. And it was actually a horrible argument. It wasn't that somebody came in and tried to argue a point logically. It was a bunch of logical fallacies and bullcrap. And then ended in ad hominem, calling her names. And once you start name calling somebody and stuff like that, you're abusive. It was an abusive comment, in my opinion. And she asked me to check it out, as I'm a scientist, and I use the example. Well, hell, if I was going to go look at architecture, I would go and ask an architect. So exactly, Windy City Steve. Best way is perspective, a counter perspective. Be respectful. Exactly. And yes, attacks are horrible. I don't know why, Tiffany. I have no idea why anybody would want to attack. It's nasty. I think it's something inside them, because if you're happy and you love yourself, and I'm not being like, a tree hugger or whatnot, but honestly, if you're happy and you love yourself, you don't want to attack people. You don't. It's just how it is. Healthy people don't attack people. They don't go after that. You have a problem, you have a belief, you have a position, you say it. And that's always welcome on here. And I always want that to be a safe place on this channel. And I will always talk about what I think and say it out clearly and succinctly, because that's how we open up discussion, and that's how we progress in life. If we all keep it in and don't talk, and ooh, it could be drama. Well, that's how drama ends up, because then people gossip and it's whispering and it's bullshit. Understandably, whoops, I slipped. Oh well. After I tell you about some of the live streams I've heard, oh my gosh, I'm laughing about the style. She says IFART on the comment. Exactly. You guys have to understand there's two words in the world I won't say. You can say them. I won't say them. I don't say FART and I don't say TURD. I don't know why. It doesn't bother me if anybody else says them, but for some reason I go to say them. I'm like, eh. I think everybody has their words though. I don't know why I don't. It sounds stupid because you listen to me on the adult show. I obviously know how to use cuss words, but who knows? It's a quirk of mine. But so we have a very special guest this week on News Stories. And oh, Oreo Kid, where are you going? Come back, come back. I love Oreo Kid. He's fantastic. All right, honey, I will see you soon, Oreo Kid. Big kisses, big hug from the lady, and come and see me, my dear. I'd love to have you on News Stories. And News Stories is not about your channel. Well, we talk about your channel. It's not about how many subscribers. It's not about this, that, the other thing, all that. That's the bullcrap in life. Mama Styles, my humor is very potty mouth humor warning. Then you belong on the PJ show. I can have potty mouth humor too, but it's all in good fun. We had such a good time. Divine Tiffany, yes, FART is a strange one to say. I don't know why. I can say all kinds of other things. I mean, you watch that, and I have no trouble with it. Mama Goody, she doesn't say squeaky. And see, I'm glad. See, Mama Goody, thank you. It's one of those words. So I get why you don't say squeaky. Um, yes, Isis. Let's see. Oh, Mama Goody, you follow Isis too. That's awesome. Actually, I do. I have a little altar right over here, faces north. And I don't really have a church. And like I said, we go to church on Christmas Eve. It's to a Catholic church, and it's to see the children in the chorus. We also have somebody who sings in the choir. Not really because they're Catholic, but because they love to sing in the choir. And at that church, the choir leader, she's a wonderful person. It's the equivalent of like real vocal lessons. And Windy City Steve, I'm taking comparative religion philosophy class right now. That is awesome. You have got to come on. My mom was taking, when I was in the 6th grade, philosophy of religion, and is basically they were comparing different religions. So I read Dante's Inferno along with her in the 6th grade, and people were like, holy crap, in the 6th grade. And I said, well, that was the thing. My parents never made me think that I couldn't. So I mean, yeah, she helped me along with it, and it was really interesting. And we've always had friends of all different kinds of religions and whatnot. But yeah, I do have some pagan traditions. I've got all different kinds of traditions. But yeah, Yule, we do celebrate. I got some Viking blood in there. And that is I skipped it before, but that is the celebration of the return of the light. It's also when the Holly King and the Ivy King change. I've got a fantastic book all about the 2 seasons of the year. Pagan is such a big umbrella term, but let me talk about the next year's stories, and then we can talk about that, because that's really actually very interesting. Mama Styles, I'm always cracking up on work jokes. I love you. See that rock. I also warn people I'm not very ladylike. You don't have to be all the time. Well, because definitely I was not Miss Proper, but it's fun. It's all in good fun. Goodness. There's a time and a place for everything. And obviously Mama Styles knows when and where and whatnot. I don't worry about that at all. But so this use stories, and then I'll go back to that and back to the other things and all these things. I have to talk about this use stories is big. You guys are not going to want to miss this. Oh, Mama Styles try to keep up with me thing. It's a natural thing. Ooh, natural things. So guess what? The guess, you're not going to find him. I will give you hints. He's going to be on Wednesday. You don't need a Hubble telescope to find him, although it might help you. You don't need a Hubble telescope to find him, although it might help you. I don't know how much more I can do for you. But yeah, this person does not have a YouTube channel, but they are on YouTube. So, Wendy CC, that's how I am. And Stu's having fun talking crap, good times. Yeah, he's really good for that. He makes some really funny jokes. But if you have that kind of intelligence to be that kind of like on spot humor, because Wendy CC, you can bang them out, then it usually means you're pretty smart too. So, I haven't gotten to talk to Windy City Steve like outside of a chat, but I have a feeling that he's got some, because he's pretty quick on things. So, yes. So, definitely, is this close to Uranus? No, this person is definitely not close to Uranus. See, I told you, he's quick. Gator Bite! Hey, Gator Bite, and we're talking about use stories, and the one that's going to be on this week that is super, super special, that is not anybody that you can find on YouTube, but you can find him. You don't need a Hubble telescope. And Gator Bite, I can't stay long. I just want to stop by and say I sent you an email. Whoa, and I just knocked something over. Oops. I will check my email when I'm done with this tonight. I'm super, super busy tonight and tomorrow, getting something in but well, yeah, and then tomorrow I also, I'm going to be talking to Gator Bite, and I had to look at my calendar because, oh, that's right. And tomorrow and Friday, I have two people I'm talking to. Yep. Okay, wait. Today's Wednesday. Sorry, my brain was. It's a very, very busy week. But yes, I will look at my email as soon as I get off the show and check out your email. Gator Bite is going to be on You Stories, and I will put them in the schedule. Once I've got two pre-interviews this week, and some more, and lots of people coming. So this week, really big. Like I said, You Stories is not. It wasn't named that for YouTube. It just happened to mix. It's about you. Granted, I encourage the audience to tell their stories, and I tell some of mine. Excuse me, I have a fuzzy on my nose, and it's itching me. But oh, Ian Wrestling question mark. Yeah, very quick wit. Mama Styles, Windy City Steve, warning, I'm slightly subdued version of myself when we're recording, kind of working on that. I do that sometimes. Well, it depends. I definitely did not in the in the butt cream, the energized butt cream. I don't look at my BoxyCharm. I don't look at any of the spoilers. I stopped going on Instagram. It's the only subscription service I get. I had Ipsy for a little while, and then I got tired of getting sample size stuff. I mean, it was fun for a little bit. But when they sent me that damn egg bag, it was so weird. It's an egg, but it's like an egg ass, like an egg butt. I don't know. It's up there, and if I go take those hat boxes down, it's likely the other ones could fall. So, actually, Oreo wanted to ask me a question, and he left before he asked the question. So I'm gonna have to track his butt down. But yeah, I did not. And wait, hold on. I think I have it. Make sure my armpit isn't in there. On the first You Stories, I watched the playback. It's 4.5 hours. Angel and I totally went for it. I realized I reached for something and I didn't have my new camera yet. And all of a sudden the screen fills with my armpit. And I'm like, wow, that is a moment. So I'm always like reaching this way now. Thank God I grew myself well. I mean, I could go edit it out, but really, what the hell? I mean, I don't take myself that seriously that I can't get a good laugh. I mean, then again, come on, go watch the PJ party. Obviously, I don't take myself that seriously. the stuff, I was laughing my ass off the whole time. Gator, but oh, don't feel bad for leaving. Honey, if you have something to do, you have something to do. People have lives. Come back, come back, come back. I'm so glad you came. And come back on Wednesday because that's You Stories. It does flip back and forth between days. I give each guest their choice between Monday and Wednesday. But like I said, it's scheduled out well in advance usually. It gives a chance for me to promote you, for people to look you up and check out your channel, see what they want to ask you. But it's not just about the channel. So, it's really cool. Weed Whacker must be working well for you. Yeah, Steve. I'm very picky about that. And that's not just for anybody. That's for myself personally. I know some people don't like to shave under their arms. I am very picky about grooming. Not for like anybody but me. I like a specific grooming routine. And thank God, because yeah, it was my big old armpit right there, full like screen. I went, wow. I've never seen my armpit that close in my life. I didn't even I remember going to grab for something and I didn't realize. So the things I have learned with the world, I showed the world my armpit really close. So, oh well, that's why I also make sure what I'm wearing is I have a dress on today. I'll make sure that there's nothing that can accidentally slip. So, yeah, you don't want to have Wookie pits. No, it's not cute. No Wookie pits. But I don't know, a lot of people in Europe like Wookie pits. But yeah, definitely tweet it out, whatever. Get some people in here because we have some more things. Not that there's not people in here. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Oh, you got that bag. You got that egg with the butt, Mama Goonie? That was weird. I've got to get it. Oh, gosh, I'm looking. I know exactly where it is. I'm just terrified. There's 3 hat boxes stacked up over my shelving. I have a giant antique well, it was kind of a dresser vanity thing, and I've turned it into my huge station, and I put my lighting in here. This is actually where I sit when I want to just paint and do special effects. I just don't put the cameras up. So it makes it pretty easy for me. And my lighting doubles as lighting for me to be able to see, because I also have pretty bad vision. In fact, I have kind of a blind spot in one eye. So it's really weird, but I do some of my makeup by feel. I know that's strange. But yeah, I started painting and doing all this stuff at 6. Bye, Gator, bites. I was like, bye, bite. Yeah, wardrobe that malfunctions can be bad. And yeah, that Mama Goonie, that's when I unsubscribed, honestly. Because at first, like, Ipsy, wow, that was really high pitched. I felt like Peter Brady, when he hits puberty. Ipsy. I did Ipsy first. And at first, you get the pink sparkly bag and I was like, what's the worst thing that can happen for $10 a month? That's a stupid thing to say. Because I just realized if Frank was in here, what might have come out of his mouth? We miss you, Frank. Frank comes back by and he listens. So I just heard Frank. Angel just smiled, so I know. Mama Goody, I don't have Ipsy and the play from Sephora still, but I have BoxyCharm and FabFitFun. Yeah, I had Ipsy first. I never did Sephora Play, but I have just BoxyCharm now. Because Ipsy, when I first did it, I was like, okay, cool. Well, the worst thing, you get a bag. Well, I didn't know how weird some of the bags were going to be. And like the first month, it was a denim bag with orange piping, and it looked like something a 3rd grader would carry. Like, I didn't expect them to be like stupendous, but I was like, wow, I would have been like really down for this in 3rd grade. I'm not sure who they're making these for. WrestleMania! Honey, what's up? So good to see you. I saw WrestleMania over the weekend. We were in some of the streams together. I try to stop by other people's during the weekend. Like I said, 802 vids. He is linked in the description box. I also had to make sure that I hit everybody today. Really, it's really one of my favorite streams. On Saturday. Well, of course, there's always Neil and Annalise at 3 Pacific. And I always go and I watch them, but I also listen to their podcast, Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, because I would like to have a podcast and I'm learning about it. Reasons are several. Matt does a podcast with Neil, and as he puts it, it's very sophomoric. I don't know. I enjoy them. They're on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. I always do things by my time. Well, actually, no, because Halos and Heathens, when they do Neil and Annalise, when they do Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, I think of it in Pacific time, 3 p.m. Pacific. So, oh, don't bother with the play. Michelle, I was talking about you earlier, honey. How are you doing today? Oh, I gotta go. Mama Styles needs to know what to make for dinner. Ooh. Oh, I'm hungry. Well, it's not time for dinner for me yet, but Mama Styles, thank you so much for coming. I love you. I hope you enjoy your dinner so much. And I will be talking to you more. And well, I'm going to be talking to you more. And everybody keep an eye out, because Mama Styles will definitely have hers up by 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. I did that right? I should. I used to live in California. I'm a hybrid now, Santa Barbara and New Yorker. Michelle, thank you so much about my hair. It actually is the 2nd day. And I don't know why 2nd day hair seems like it's always better. But yeah, Mama Styles will definitely be up at 2, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yes, I'm correct. Hello, I'm counting on my fingers. Yeah, you took calculus, sweetie, and you did well. And I used to tutor statistics. And I just counted on my fingers. Well, there you go. Oh, people say, is that really you? Yeah, it is. My family doesn't really watch this very often, but when they do, because they see me all the time, they're like, yeah, that's you. So, what did you just say? I just jumped, Mama Goonie. Michelle is so fun. But oh, before I forget, yeah, I will have my part of the collab out. Hopefully, it will be at 2 p.m. Eastern. I was editing it and had a little bit of a thing, but it's definitely going to be out. I was almost done. I just had a few things, and I got to get Mama Style something tonight, and it should be on. I despise being behind schedule. I try to do everything ahead of schedule, and especially when working with somebody else, I cannot stand being late. So usually I do everything early. Um, had a little bit of hold up of, some very inconsiderate things, but that happens. And then we roll on because who pays attention to that really? So I love Michelle. She's so much fun. Yes, 11 a.m. Okay, Mama, I will talk to you. I love you, and I can't wait to practice sign language too, because I've got to get back into it. I've got a big book. So Mama, I jumped when you said Michelle. Mama Goonie, is that your name? Are you also a Michelle? So, yes, you got the same first name. Awesome. Yes, Michelle was over. I need a drink. Oh, did I bring? I did. Okay, hold on. I don't know where my Coco is. Normally, I put my Coco doll up. There she is. She's hiding behind my computer. Normally, I put my Coco doll up because I have a problem with my throat, and I don't like doing this. I have to use Chloraseptic. But so I'm going to put Coco up. Hello, see Coco. And there we go. I just don't want my big old mouth, hanging open. So this is my imaginary friend Coco. She actually fosters. It was a gift from somebody, but she lives amongst my very loved things. I surround myself with love. These are all special things, and that's why this award from Angel, like I said, it was a congratulations and an award for doing really well. Go check out her channel. She has the shorter version of it, or also go to my PJ party and go to the 1 hour mark. It's right there. I was floored, but it's so cool that she sent it to put up near me because she just knows things. I do. I surround myself with love. I have a note that I put up there. I just think surrounding yourself in positivity makes life so much better. Oh, I subscribe WrestleMania. I subscribe to the geriatric G-string surprise box. Yes. Oh, I accidentally wore them backwards. People looked at me strangely. I figured out why. Many people want temporarily blind. Oh, I have the most bizarre clapping when I wear these compression gloves. But that was awesome. I have to read it again. I'm sorry. And then I will go back. Oh, Michelle, you love Foster's too. I do. I have a family member got me into it, and I still get the eBay updates on my email looking for things. And they've actually kind of outgrown it a little bit, but I still got my Coco from them. So I actually found a wilt with the help of Santa Claus. Wow, that was tough. It was nerve-wracking. I love giving gifts. I just really, if somebody said tomorrow, Lady Borgia, you could be Santa Claus, I would have such a tough time because I do love being me. And you should always love being you. But man, getting to fly in a sleigh and give people gifts and make them like all happy and excited and joyful, that's like a dream job. I mean, I think that's why I wanted to be a surgeon too. I love science, and I like to fix things, and I I like to make it better. I don't know. I've just always been that way. So, anyway, Michelle had a wonderful time. But wait, I got to go back. I know I have all these things running in my head all at once, and I know it sounds like a very scary place, but it's not. It's very fun in there. Um, I've got to read this again, WrestleMania. This is too good. I subscribe to the geriatric G-string surprise box. I used to I accidentally wore them backwards. People looked at me strangely. I then figured out why. Many people went temporarily blind. Applause, applause. Again, I don't think I've ever read a comment twice. I can hear you saying this because I go over to his channel, and I've never made one of his live streams, but I've seen them. And sorry, I got a fuzzy in my, I keep getting fuzzies. It's like my eyeball is the fuzzy catcher. And that's the oddest thing because the only makeup I have is like a teeny bit of mascara and nothing else. Okay, so anyway, that was the best ever. I'll go back to Ipsy, and then I'll go back to live streams and this. I got Ipsy, but at first, like, it was cool. Okay, the first month, and Ipsy does a thing where they actually listen to the beauty quiz and like fill it out. BoxyCharm puts up the beauty quiz. They don't follow it at all. In fact, I had to push and push and push asking that question directly to finally get an answer because they don't want you to know. And there's actually like a whole story behind what the guy, what is it? Something Martin, Joseph Martin. He's the CEO and founder of BoxyCharm. I'm going to do a video on this, but he used to sell mixed palettes of electronics. And like back in 2013, 14, you go look at his Facebook page. He sells like huge, these big pallets of all these DVDs and VCRs and whatnot for like $700. So basically, he's been doing BoxyCharm forever. And now he used to do it with electronics. Now he just sells mixed bags of makeup. And I'm going to explain how it works and why they can sell it so cheap. And I actually know a fair amount about cosmetics and the cosmetics business. I go to trade shows, and not the ones that are trade shows like not like the fan trade shows, the actual like business trade shows with lab equipment, all that kind of stuff. Michelle, Wilt, yes, he is awesome, even with a disability. That is right. See, it's the funniest thing because technically I am disabled. Well, yeah, I am physically disabled, and in multiple ways. There's many days where you can look at me and you'll never know. I hide pain really, really well. I just have a very high tolerance for it, and I also tend to understate things when I don't feel well. So I forget that a lot of people don't know that I am disabled, but I never think of myself as disabled. And I think that's why I like Wilt too, because I don't think Wilt thinks of himself as disabled either. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being disabled. And that's why I also wanted to do that show and also have an open thing on here is, Michelle, I would love to come on and have you talk anybody who does have a disability in any way. I would love to do a disability show. I did 3 hours of information and help on World Fibromyalgia Day. In fact, the fundraiser is still going for the National Fibromyalgia Foundation. National Fibromyalgia Association. My bad. And it's fantastic. Oh, still here. Ghostly spoiled us with ice cream. Oh, I'm a sucker for ice cream. Oh, what is on my necklace? You can't see it. Well, first off, I saw you asked my color. My favorite color is blue. Although I now like pink with blue and I also like black. You can't tell. I do have another background. It's this beautiful color of blue, but I haven't changed it because people love the black so much and it's kind of become my thing. But I will switch it up some. On my necklace, you want to see it. It is 2 mission medals. In California, there's the the Spanish missions. I'm originally from Santa Barbara, and Santa Barbara's mission is the queen of the missions. And the way they were built when the Spaniards were there, so they were all a day's ride apart, and they're all along El Camino Real, which used to be lined with these bells, but half of them have been stolen. So I have 2 mission medals from Santa Barbara, which is Queen of the Missions. She's the biggest and the best. And then 1, so that's my hometown. And then La Purisma is the mission in Lompoc, which is just 45 minutes north, which is where my grandparents lived, and basically my second home. The house is still there. I view that as my childhood home. Because we were there constantly. And then this rock, it's what's called a holy stone. And it is a holy stone, is a stone that the hole is made by natural means, usually by water. And the story of the holy stone is, some people believe that you can see the future into them. Other people believe it's for good luck, for protection, especially if you find it on accident, and especially if it's given to you by somebody else. This one was found in the Pacific Ocean where I grew up, at the beach where I grew up, and it was given to me by my mother. So these, the 2 necklaces that I wear the most, this necklace and the heart one, are very special. They may not look like something big, but they're priceless to me, absolutely priceless. And I'll tell you about the other necklace next time I wear it. But this little necklace, I have a jewelry armoire filled with jewelry and beautiful things, but these are the 2 that I choose all the time. So WrestleMania, we just got back from a vacation in Georgia. He went on the live streams last week, but I had a hard time keeping up the vacation to myself due to, safety reasons. Yeah, that's really smart, because you don't want to tell people you're on vacation. You don't want to tell people you're going on vacation. It's because then people, hey, nobody's home at their house. So you guys be careful with that. WrestleMania has a really good point. Be very careful when you're going on vacation, because people can always find you. I mean, even if you have a totally different name, whatnot, you are trackable. Don't get a false sense of security. In this day and age, anybody can find anybody. And awesome, you got so much footage, it might take you a year to edit. I feel you. I film so much, it might take me a year to edit, and I have so much more to film. That's one thing I wish I had help with, because not that I don't like editing, I do, but sometimes I start getting tired and my eyes get tired, because my eyes are sensitive. And in fact, I need to get a glare screen for the computer, because Patsy pointed it out to me that sometimes near the end of long live streams that I have my computer, that I start to shut my eyes. And I'm really thankful that she pointed it out to me, because what was happening was, it wasn't that I was getting tired per se. It was that sometimes it was, but I wasn't falling asleep. It was just my eye. Sorry, I've got a fuzzy in my eye again. I don't know what's going on. It's the light was hurting my eyes. But Michelle, you have a cognitive disability and ADHD. Yeah. I say, well, all disabilities, whether, mental, physical, whatnot, it's all the same. It's an extra challenge to deal with. And, I would love to do a show on disabilities, and, there's so many people with them and people don't realize it. That's why I did the video about my invisible illnesses, and I totally forgot. I've got to do a part 2. I totally forgot to include the moth. No, not the moth. Sorry. They see the studio lights and somehow they still get in here. I have lavender, French lavender, which is really strong everywhere. Cedar, whatnot. The moths and I are battling, because God forbid they get into my backdrops or my other stuff. But I would really, really love to do a discussion on different disabilities. So Michelle, if you're ever interested, I know Angel's always down for discussion. I'm watching this moth. He's incoming. He's incoming. I'm going to get him. I think I got him. I'm not opening my hand, because I think I got the bugger. He's going to eat my things. So I'll be back, Michelle. I'll be back on YouTube doing live streams, or watching your live streams on Friday night. I'm on a trip right now. I'm a youth leader for Michelle. That's awesome. See, you got to come on Youth Stories. I want to talk to you. You've got to come on News Stories. And I would also like to do a special edition on disabilities, because I know a lot of people hard of hearing. Angel is deaf in one ear. There's a lot of people who have various, and those are all disabilities. I would love for people to talk about it, especially, and get it out there, because sometimes people are a little funny about talking about disabilities, and it's something that I openly talk about, and I'm learning. Oh, I got it. I don't want to squish it in my nice gloves though, because they're washable though. I promise. The gloves, I went to do the gloves video, and it wasn't, I don't script anything. None of the shows, nothing, none of my videos are scripted. That's just me talking off the top of my head. I know what I want to say. I don't script things though. Although you never know what might come up in the future. Anyway, point being though, I went to do the review on these gloves, and it just wasn't rolling out right. So I said, you know what? I talked to my mother later that day. I said, Mom, I tried to do this, and and she said, leave it. If it wasn't coming out right, and that's how you do your videos, then leave it, come back, and then do it. And so I will, I promise. And I actually have a ton of things to review. And also, if you buy through my link, I get a teeny bit, but it's helpful so that I can continue to do videos. That's why. And I never, ever, ever will put something on my Amazon link that I have not tried and don't own, because I think that's bull. Michelle, it reminds me of Ursula's necklace from The Little Mermaid. I had to go look at that. That's interesting. If you're going to have a disability panel, and I'm not called into work, I would love to be a part of it. You want me to have, yes, Wrestler Mania. Yes. I love discussions, and we have U Stories special discussions. So yes, I will start. I'm going to start talking to you. Wrestler Mania, if you could email me at borgiaglobal@gmail.com. It's below, probably all the way down at the bottom. I put all my information at the bottom. Well, I guess I could I put a little bit at the top, and then I put the free stuff, and then I put everybody's announcements, and then I put me. But if you're here to see me, you'll go find me, right? So I just realized that. Oh, so at the bottom, yeah, Angel has a disability. She was born half deaf. Mama Styles is hard of hearing. And I know Angel is always up for a discussion. Like I said, she is my official U Stories guest co-host, because she has been on every single special edition that we've had. And she has been so supportive from moment one. Literally, when U Stories started, like I said, nobody was doing interviews really. Like, it was very sporadic, or they were recorded. Live streaming was not very popular. It was just starting to, it wasn't like now when you go on and there's tons of people doing it. And that's great. That's fantastic. But when I started, there wasn't much to look off of, and I'd never done a live stream in my life. And I was always interested in trying podcasting, but I still need to learn about it, and I'll go teach myself. But yeah, so I started telling a story, which I really do have to go back and record the first two in video form, because I did the stories, my hair, the Platinum Chronicles with the evil hairdresser, and that is a huge story, is on there. And the explosion I survived, I was picked up in an oven explosion and thrown 10 feet into a wall in a ball of flames. So I'm going to re-record them so it's shorter, because people still ask about them. And that's why I originally filmed My Invisible Illnesses, paying it forward, because I mentioned things in my videos, and so I don't have to repeatedly tell the story. I did it, and because I've always wanted to share the information that I've gathered that helps me feel better. And I'm a scientist, degreed multidiscipline scientist, professional. They've given me money to do it. So, and actually I've been one since I was a little kid. My father was a doctor. He was also researched in cardiovascular physiology. He's president of his company, a PhD. He used to train surgeons. I'm so lucky to have such a wonderful father. But I actually went to graduate school before I went to junior high, because he taught, at the graduate level. And sometimes I got to go to his classes if I would be quiet and sit quietly. So I had my own private science professor from the time I was little. So, and he would take out, bong, there goes the hydro flask. You know, the water's here. So I really did get to start studying college level stuff from like a really tiny age. Um, oh, Michelle, let's see. I will be back later. I'm about to lose the signal. Oh, sweetie, is it 8:41? All right, I'm gonna titch behind in the chat. Yeah, Michelle, you know where to find me. And if you can't find me on here, WrestleMania. My wife also thinks I'm half deaf. In addition to my other disability, I just have selective hearing. Yeah, many men do. But again, many women do too. I have really good hearing, but I guess you could call it selective if I wanted to. No, that's one thing. I may not see very well, which is really kind of odd as a painter. But as soon as I can get new glasses, and I really want to afford contacts, that would, because when you're doing the makeup on yourself, you can't wear glasses. So that's why I started doing the Amazon thing and whatnot. All the little bits go towards stuff like that, contacts or a computer or whatnot, so I can keep doing all these things for you guys. And Mama Goonie. Okay, hugs to everybody. Oh, I wanted to talk to you more about the subscription services. Well, listen, next week I'm going to be doing Lady Borgia Live on a Monday again, because the next 2 weeks, You Stories will be on Monday. I'm on Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. Like Angel just said, you will always find her here, Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. She is more available on Wednesdays because she doesn't work. Yes, I know her schedule. Well, I said, I'm very serious. She is the official guest co-host of You Stories. Not that I don't have other panel members or other co-hosts, but she, has been there from the very beginning. I said I wanted to do this, and I also wanted to do the health wellness of, and I named it Feeling Better with Borgia. We might just shorten it to Better with Borgia, but I didn't want to do health, wellness, and lifestyle. It's kind of boring. So I wanted to give it a name. It's a little kitschy. Okay, it's a lot kitschy, but I'm on YouTube. If anybody thinks of a better name, because it's all about your immune system, it's all diet, exercise, all these different things that I've learned in the last decade that I've had this, because I literally got it overnight, like bam. I was fine, very active, and I get hit. And then I've gotten hit with multiple other syndromes and diseases and whatnot that have stemmed from it. I really would love to do this because I wanted to put my information out to help people. And I was dating a physician, and I said, I've got all this information on exercise. I've got all this stuff to help people. And I don't know how to put it out there. Eventually, like, I'd like to do a book and an exercise program and all that, but like, I don't know how to start it out. And he said, you know what? That's a really good idea. You do. He said, you really do have a lot of great information. You found out a lot of stuff. Tiffany, honey, you pop in and out as much as you want, darling. I am happy to have you here. And, but, I wanted to put out something because if I can tell you, because it's good for even healthy people, if I can tell you about it, then, you don't have to go look for it. So I'm trying to do I'm trying to do a couple of months. I'm trying to do one a week at least. Well, no, I'm trying to do at least 3 a month, but I'd like to do at least one a week or more. But I'm getting it rolling again. I had a virus and I got sick, and I'm trying to get things right on schedule again. I was doing a couple beauty videos a week. I've got 2 live streams, so I'm getting at least 1 beauty video a week. I'd like it to be 2, and I would like to get at least 1 health one, lifestyle, whatnot. Because like I said, it's about doctors, it's about this, it's about that. Feeling Better with Borgia is across the board, all the different things that I learned, because it's so many different things. So, anyway, glad you're being so positive and strong, role model for others. Well, you know what, Divine Tiffany? I figure it this way. I believe, in my belief, you get many lifetimes, and some people are old souls and some people aren't. But like S2W Themes, I know he's very busy right now. He usually comes through here, but he's very old soul too. I think Angel is, and even though I might believe in multiple lifetimes and old souls, you get one life right now. And I like to be happy. I mean, I do. My mother said I was born happy. Well, first I was born a little pissed off because they gave her a medication that caused labor to be too intense. Thankfully, my father was smart because they almost killed me. And oh, there, I can just saw where I banged my computer. But I was really lucky my dad saved me because I could have been born severely retarded or dead. And they could have killed my mother too. But that's a long story. I will tell that in another story. But I like being happy. I like discussion. That's why I don't like fighting. I don't understand people who fight. To me, if you have a problem, you go to the person and you say, listen, you know, I'm upset about this and this is why. And you explain it. And if they're a decent person, they listen and they say, first off, they care about your feelings because anyone decent cares for people's feelings. And they say, all right, even if they don't understand it at first, you say, all right, well, let me see. And this, you know, people who handle it in a different way or get defensive and rah and name calling and jealousy and whatnot. I mean, in the end of the day, I feel bad for them because they can't be very happy inside. Wrestler Mania. I think my wife is getting jealous. I'm hanging out with a bunch of other women. We have just celebrated 27 long years of marriage, so I have to spend a little time with applause. See, I love marriage. I love to hear about that. You know how if you're married 27 years, seriously, I do love her very much. It's been a wonderful time. Have a wonderful evening. Of course you do. Congratulations on that. And you know what? If he's been with her for 27 years, then he gets it. You get it. You may not agree all the time, but you can always validate somebody else's feelings and you can always listen and you can always take responsibility for what you do. Because I mean, that's one of the things that I see where somebody will get upset and people don't take responsibility sometimes. They don't want to. And I don't understand that. If I do something, immediately I'll take responsibility for it. If I don't know it, please tell me, you know, because it's that easy to fix. Oh, I don't know why some people make it think they feel like it makes them less than or wrong, or I just don't logically understand that, you know? Yeah, exactly, Angel. 27 people is great. So that is somebody who understands relationships. And I really can't wait to have him on. I'm going to start working on that because I know my official co-host here loves a good discussion. And so it's probably going to be a Wednesday or a Saturday we could do sometime. But I like to have my special co-host there when I do things. Not that I can't do things without a special edition without Angel, but she adds so much to it that if it's something she's interested in, I always like to ask her because she really, really, really has put a lot of her effort into the show. And that's one thing. When people come on things, and Frank put this oh, we put up with each other, WrestleMania. Just kidding. We've actually been friends for many years. We're friends and partners. Thank you. That's what Angel and I were discussing on the special edition single life relationships. As Angel said, is single the new married. This is one thing I don't understand about some men now is you go the relationships that I've had that have been serious. There's not many. But I've had a couple of serious long-term relationships and I was friends with them first. And that was my best friend. And I don't understand. Some people say, well, I'm with them, but that's not my friend. I don't understand how to have a relationship without a friendship. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand how that works. Fine, Tiffany, I've married with Ghostly for 4 years and dating for 11 years. See, that's fantastic. Yeah, and Angel loves the idea of marriage, but doesn't like to compromise all the time. Yeah, well, and see, that's the thing. It's difficult, and we got into that discussion, and that's one that we could do several of. Hold on, I gotta get Coco really quick again, but these are some really good points. It's just my throat. That's one thing. People aren't always honest with themselves. Angel is honest about herself. I love it, but you know what? I don't want to compromise right now. And that's fair. Because if you go into a relationship, well, it depends. There's some people you may not have to compromise with, and maybe that fits just perfect. But there's a lot that you do have to compromise. And if you're not ready to do that at that point in your life, regardless of where you are in your life, then it's just fair and honest and knowing yourself to say that. Like, hey, I'm not willing to, and that's part of my thing. Yeah, exactly. Angel puts her heart and soul into what she, oh, and so do you, lady. Thank you. I do. I really do. And Angel does too. And this is also why I was saying I really appreciate Angel being on, and it's very easy going on with her. The first time we went on, she's one of the few people I did not do a pre-interview with, because we just have a lot in common, and it flows very easily, and it works well. And I am so appreciative that she comes. You guys have to check out the promo she did for the PJ party. This is in the Hall of Fame. U Stories has a Hall of Fame, and she has made it in for several things. But the most amazing promo ever. And people think that I was in on the promo. She did that and figured out how to do it on her own. And somebody made something about, did you have lady? Of course she had ladies' permission. Angel knows that I would totally be up for that, and that's fine. Of course it is. And it's amazing how perfectly she did it. You guys had to go look below if you don't know her channel. Otherwise, click on the dots next to her, pop her page open so you can see it. Angel, yeah, if I'm having fun, why do I have to stop? Because my husband wants me to sit and probably do nothing. And see, that's the thing with me. I would like a relationship, and I would not. If I want to do something, I want to do it. And I did this at one point in my life before. For 2 years, I said, I do not want to have any type of serious relationship. I want to do me. I want to go where I want, when I want. I was single. I lived on my own. My family lived out of state at the time. So I really could do what I wanted when I wanted. I was a grown up. I supported myself. And I said, I would date and stuff like that. But serious relationship, I had to say no, thank you. Because I wanted to do what I wanted. And even now, yeah, WrestleMania, I happen to work with a lot of women. I always hear them say things like, he better do, or else if he doesn't do that, I'm going to. If you don't like him now, yeah, you're not going to like him later. It doesn't, you get married, it's not going to magically fix things. I mean, that's like the weirdest concept ever. If somebody is showing you red flags now, or not even red flags, if somebody is showing you things that you don't like now, you better work them out before you get married. In fact, I've actually seen a few couples postpone the wedding, work it out, and then reschedule it. And I think that's one of the smartest things ever. Because if you go into marriage, and I take marriage very seriously, I really don't like, they say the divorce rate's almost 70% in some places, 50 to 70%. Well, when you've got people saying, oh, well, if it doesn't work out, we'll just get divorced. What the hell are you getting married for? And some people may not like that I say that, but that's my opinion. And yeah, WrestleMania guys do a lot of similar things. You do this or else. What the hell do you want to treat someone like that for? I mean, I don't understand it. If I'm going to be in a relationship, let's say I meet a guy. And like I said, I've dated guys and had boyfriends, and the last one, the last couple, it didn't go to anywhere that it went. We actually communicated really great at first. If I had an issue or he had an issue, excuse me, with something, WrestleMania, really had to go now. Goodbye. All right, I will see you soon, honey. Definitely, I really get a hold of me. I need your email. I hope it's on there. I really, really want to start organizing that disabilities conversation. I will talk to Angel and ask her officially because I cannot assume, but I know she's used. There's Peter Brady again with my voice. I know I'm open for the possibility of marriage. Angel, if I'm having fun, I will not stop. And he has to love me enough to want me to have fun. And I'm not going to babysit a man. Thank you. I have my things I do. Angel has her things she does. You know, there's certain men that want all your attention. I want somebody that, you know, I'm happy by myself. I have family. I have friends. I have friends here. I have the modern day marriage is really strange. I agree, Tiffany and Angel. It's, I don't get it. Um, to me, unless obviously if there's abuse, if there is infidelity, if there's certain things, yeah, get divorced. I mean, nobody deserves any abusive behavior. I mean, this is what I'm saying. You should be able to go to this person. It should be your best friend and your lover, your spouse, your whatnot. And you should be able to say, hey, this is bothering me. I'm upset about this. And I'm not talking about screaming and yelling and whatnot. I'm talking about, hey, I'm upset. You should be able to do this with any of your friends. And if you can't, that tells you about the person. And that person should listen. And the last person I dated, yeah, marriage is great. It's fantastic. One of the last people that I dated for a decent period of time, that was one of the things I really liked, is we could go to each other and say, you know what? I didn't really like this or that, or I feel this or I feel that. And it wasn't screaming, drama, whatnot. It was calm conversation of like, hey, I didn't really like that. That made me feel X, Y, or Z. And exactly, Tiffany, we should be able to communicate. And the other person should give a crap. And you should give a crap. And sometimes you might be cranky. I get it. I'm in a good mood almost all the time. I don't get cranky very often. But people do, you know. And sometimes you might snap at somebody, or sometimes something might happen. I really don't like it. Like, I don't like yelling. I don't like upset. It actually physically hurts me now. When there is upset or whatnot, or this, that, it causes me physical pain. That's part of the stress of fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis. You physically feel the stress and upset. So it's actually now painful. But in previous relationships, I would say, like, I don't want to fight. Why can't we just simply talk about it? I don't get that. And that person should be your friend. And you should care about your spouse or your boyfriend. And they better do this or they better that. Guys or girls, you shouldn't want to control them. I mean, I get it. They better not cheat. I mean, that's different. But, the controlling, name calling, I mean, that one floors me. I never had a boyfriend call me a name. And nowadays you hear people do that and it shocks the hell out of me. Exactly. Angel says if she gets married, it'll be a spiritual wedding with no paperwork. And Tiffany says, awesome. And you know what? I think that's an awesome wedding. It doesn't have to me, it does not have to be a legal marriage to be a real marriage. I think a real marriage is when you get married with your soul. You are best friends. You are, yeah, exactly. To name, call, and put down. Some people, for some reason, if you tell them you're upset, whatnot, they can't take responsibility for that. They cannot take it for some reason. And I've seen this with people. They would rather have a fight or an argument. No, I don't like to say argument because I don't like argument is a bad thing. An argument is actually a good thing. A fight is a bad thing. Most men seem cheat. Let's see. Angel. Most men seem to cheat Not all, but most. See, I haven't had a problem with cheating so much. Although there is a lot of cheating out there. And I was made really uncomfortable once at my own kitchen table. I was with somebody at the time. We did live together. We were talking, he really wanted to get married. I'm really glad we didn't. He asked my parents, could he? We were not officially engaged, but I just think it's better off that we did not. He is married now. He has children, and I wish him well. I used to hang out with his mother all the time afterwards. Both her and his grandfather were sad. In fact, she told me, she's like, yeah, her father came over and said he missed me terribly. His wife probably didn't like that, but sorry. But you know, it made me really uncomfortable. We had a couple over one night. And I had a rec room. My house is built into a hill. So when you came in the front of the house, the living room was on the first floor, but when you went to the back of the house, the entire back of the house was a kitchen. It actually had a balcony and it overlooked a stream with a forest. It was absolutely beautiful. And so the basement actually had a walk out, the rec room part of it, because it was actually a townhouse. It was very large. And when you walked into it, it really felt like a house. It was really cool. We had a pool table down there and a dartboard and a fireplace. It was a lot of fun. So this couple and a few other people come over, and some people went downstairs to play pool, right? Well, we're sitting at the kitchen table, and the wife, I knew her before she got married. She, in fact, used to date one of my friends. That's the only reason I knew her. Well, she starts telling about how she's dating someone. I kid you not. And like it's normal. And her husband doesn't know. It's behind his back. She's cheating on him left and right. In fact, she's dating two different guys. And I'm going, what the ever loving hell are you? It made me so uncomfortable. I was like, number one, is this not your friend? Like, would you do this to a friend? You're doing this behind his back. Yeah, Angel, wow. Tiffany, wow. And I'm in my kitchen going, you know, this guy's down in the basement. I knew her longer because she did date one of my male friends long term. That was the most unhealthy relationship. All right, not the most unhealthy relationship I've ever seen, but pretty unhealthy. She was immature. He got manipulative. It just that needed to end. But she obviously didn't mature much, because if you mature and you're these, I really think cheating's immature. It's very selfish. Number one, you're endangering someone. You can give somebody diseases. I don't care how much you use condoms, whatnot. They're not fail safe. You can get herpes with a condom. You can get HPV, human papillomavirus, and human papillomavirus can give you cancer, both men and women. So you can kill someone by cheating nowadays. And you know, so I say to my boyfriend after, he says, well, that's great. They came over. That's so much fun. And other people had come over. It was a small gathering. And I said, you know what? I can't, you know, he's like, I'd love to see the husband more. And we already know her. And yeah, Angel. And I said, okay, I can't be friends with them like this. And he says, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You can't be friends with them. I said, look, I already know her. We are not close friends, but we're, you know, friends-ish. And I can't condone what she's doing. It just goes against my ethics. And now you want me, excuse me. Yeah, Angel, her husband gave her an STD. And I knew about that. And it's goddamn unfair. Pardon me, but it's not fair. I mean, you're trusting your body to someone. And it's just, there is no fail-safe way to do that. You just don't. I mean, what the hell? So he says, well, why can't we hang out with them? And I said, you want me to build a friendship based on a lie? So if I start building a friendship with the husband and I know she's cheating to the point she's dating two different guys, and she has the balls to say this in my kitchen, laughing like it's okay and normal with her husband downstairs. I said, number one, I don't want to be friends with her. Because if she's going to treat her husband that way and be that selfish, what the hell is she going to do to us? You know, what kind of person is that? You know, she cares so little for his feelings that, I mean, she's not even being a friend, let alone a wife. Yeah, Ghostly has to borrow my computer for his video real quick. Love you all and talk to you again soon. Bye, Tiffany. Thank you so much, honey. I'm not going to be on tremendously much longer, but I am going to finish the story and I'm going to update a few things. And then I can't do a super late night tonight because I do have a thing with Mama Styles. And I take everything I do with every person very seriously. Because you know what? When somebody gives you their time, they give you a part of themselves. And that's like my father taught me about being late. When I was really little, and actually he said the same thing to my mom when they were dating. And oh, Tiffany, thank you. You love the topic. Well, you can always come back and listen to it after. Um, you know, when you're late, you aren't valuing somebody else's time. When somebody gives you their time and their effort to do something with you, you should value it. It is worth a lot. And if anybody ever tells you otherwise, they're not worth your time. You know, they're not. And if somebody's doing something like that, I mean, she's not appreciating his time. She's not appreciating him as a friend. She's not caring for his health. And beyond that, she's certainly not being a wife. So I said, you know what? I can't. I cannot, in good faith, sit there and be friends with him to his face and know his wife is cheating. I can't do it. I just can't. I said, I don't know what you want me to do. He happened to work for the same company as I did in a different department. He was in one department. I had access to all departments. I mean, this is somebody I had to see, but how do you build a friendship with somebody like that? I mean, that just makes you just as bad, you know? So, I said the only choice here, you know, if in, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering about this, but yeah, Angel, it's so true. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I said, if we become friends with him, I have to tell him. That's not something I enjoy. I mean, that's not a fun thing. I had to tell somebody that once, and I will tell that story sometime. I will not tell who it is. But it was somebody that was being cheated on for several years. And I will remember to tell that story. But, you know, I could not do that to someone. Hey, I'm your friend, but I'm going to lie to your face by omission. And lying is something that I cannot stand. I cannot stand lying. It just, you know, it just bugs the crap out of me. My father was really big on that. Lying, being selfish, and being good to your family were the most important things. And, you know, it just, so at the end of the day, he had to understand, and we didn't hang out with him. And eventually he ended up, when we broke up, he hung out with them knowing this. And that really, you know, told me something about him then. I mean, he's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I think he has a wonderful mother. Um, but his mother would not have approved of that at all. I know her well. Yeah, you can't, friend would say, hey, you're dipping out on your husband, not cool. And I don't understand why she told me this at my kitchen table and thought I would find this funny. I sat there looking at her like, what the hell's wrong with you? Great. Now this is fun. And they ended up divorcing. Obviously, that did not work out. I have heard he remarried. I hope it's very happy. He deserves it. I won't go into all the different things that were done to him, but it just, it floored me. But that tells you a lot about a person and what they will do. And it also tells you a lot about a person and what they will do with their friends. Because that really bugged me about him. That he was going to continue that, knowing that. And that didn't fly with me too well. So, and I'm not saying he's bad. Like I said, not a bad guy. You know, everybody has their failings, whatnot. But it just, that stuck in my head. So, I want to go on and talk about some really cool things coming up. And oh my goodness, I have a lot of, I think I went in some of these and they're really funny. I wanted to do a phrase of the day. I also wanted to announce some funny things because I like to bring things on a positive note. Did you know it is National Catfish Day? Along, I believe, National Beatles Day and some other things. So, happy National Catfish Day. I do believe in the PGA show that we had a joke about some catfish. I watched it back. I've got to make a backup copy of that because if something ever happens to that, I would be destroyed because it's so wonderful and funny, and I will cherish that forever. Yeah, exactly. No, Angel, that's correct. So, oh my goodness. So happy National Catfish Day. I'm going to start doing a phrase of the show. I think I'm going to save it for next time. Yeah, I've never heard of national. You know what, Angel? Um, I noticed that it seems to be every day now is a national holiday of something. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to look it up. It turns out it's National Beatles Day. It's National, I think, Strawberry Shortcake Day or something like that. Strawberry Parfait Day. It's all these like weird national days. So I went, okay, let's pick one. And there's calendars that track these. I don't know who on earth gets to make up like what national day it is, but I'm going to find out because I think we should make a national day. And who gets to decide this? So I'm going to make note of it. And I'm going to put it right here so I won't lose it. I want to run a thing and find out how we do a national day. And then I want all of my audience to vote on the national day and how we get it there. Because I think that would be a really cool thing to do since I view everybody as family. Every single stream, I get new people in and they become more of the family. And it's absolutely fantastic. National Singles Day. You know what? I'm going to check that out because that might already be up. But if there isn't one, I want to see how this works. So I'm going to look into this and find out how we do this. And so you guys start thinking on the replay. Don't forget, I don't forget you guys. Think of the national day that you want to have because the lady is going to find out how we do this and we're going to make it happen. Divine Tiffany, I'm back, but on a much slower computer, so it might freeze you on me. Okay, Divine Tiffany, this is what's up. I love my muffled clapping with these things on. And well, I also love doing this because anytime I'm in pain, I seem to forget about it. So that's a wonderful thing to do. If you're ever in pain or whatnot, you know, sometimes you really do just have to go lay down. My body shuts me down. I'll fall asleep sitting up or just like that's it. My body will shut off for a day. But I really want to do the disability show so people understand a bit more because it's hard to understand if you don't have one. And I want to know where these national days come from. I'm going to do the research and find out how we get one. And that's so awesome, Divine Tiffany, that you were so devoted. So that we're going to do that. I am going to remember to talk about the subscription services because I did get off for a bit. But there's always so much good conversation. And it's fantastic. We're going to start doing the phrase of the day. And my back and my legs are mostly, oh, you broke your arm when you were little. Yeah, that can really hurt later on. Believe me, I hear you. So we're going to start every Lady Borgia Live doing a phrase of the day because it's really interesting, like the whole 9 yards, soup to nuts, all that kind of stuff. My mom is one of those people that knows where those all came from. And I was like, it's really interesting to find out where they come from. I do know where a lot of those phrases come from and what they mean. But I thought it'd be really fun to start doing it. I meant to do it a little bit earlier in the show. Yes, dedicated to you girls, my family. Oh, I love you. You are absolutely awesome. But the other thing that I was talking about live streams, and I think I've seen a lot of live streams lately that really should have an adult rating. Literally after the PJ party, I saw a live stream the next morning. I was awake at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I fell back asleep. I was exhausted the next day. I won't kid you. It was worth it. It was so worth it. We stayed up chatting after. It was wonderful. In fact, Angel, I've got to talk to you about something. I'm going to send you an email after the show. There's some important information. And Divine Tiffany, of course, I love you. In fact, I had to email Divine Tiffany because we're talking about having Divine Tiffany on the show. But so there's going to be an email for you too. I'm not sure if it's after the show. Anyway, I don't have my schedule next to me, and that's where I have everything down. But we're going to start doing that. But yeah, I want to have a vote. Yeah, Tiffany, I definitely want you on. And I would love to have you personally and also a show on spirituality and spirits and different things to talk about. But the one thing that shocked me, and I was talking about this about live streams, is I've been a little shocked lately at some of the things I've seen. Some of them are fantastic. 802 vids, wonderful, very positive. Chris is great, very appreciative to everybody that comes by. It's all this stuff. Creators Alliance, I wanted to mention him. He's got free ad space. The Corn Life Network has a great one at 10 a.m. Eastern on Mondays. Those are all great, and I will start popping in during the day. But when you get people that don't appreciate people there, and I'm talking about on their panel or in the chat, and they start, I really did. I watched somebody complain about how many people they had in there. And I'm going, and he's going on and he's looking at other live streams because there's so many people live streaming. When I started live streaming, when I first started YouTube, I used to go on my phone all the time and had no problem. And with my phone, it's not as stable a connection because there's so many people. When I live stream happens to be a peak time. So I will start doing it during the day more. I have problems with it degrading sometimes, even though I have a gigabit connection. But I was really shocked. There's a lot of live streams that don't have an adult rating. And this one guy had a live stream, Drunk AF. And they're saying filthy things in the chat and all this kind of stuff. And I'm going, and this is open for anybody to see. On top of that, negative streams. Not only are there a bunch that need an adult rating, but then I see ones where people don't appreciate people being on. I mean, if you don't appreciate somebody coming and taking the time to be on, and that's why when Frank said, Use Stories is a collaboration. And I said, that's right. It is. He said, I collaborated with Lady Borgia to be on You Stories. And I said, Frank's got that right. Every guest who comes on You Stories, that's a collaboration with me because you're doing the pre-interview. And in the pre-interview, I tell you about myself and make sure you're comfortable. If you need extra time because you're shy, we've had a lot of people that, not a lot, we've had some that are very shy that I took extra time and really put my time and energy into because I wanted to show them they could, that it really wasn't as scary as they thought. And, it's a collaboration. They're spending their time. But you know, lately I'm seeing it where I'm watching people complain they don't have enough people in there. Why does somebody else have more? Oh, that's a stupid topic. And I spoke up. I said, you know what? I don't look at the numbers because it doesn't matter to me what the numbers are. There's lots of people who listen. There's lots of people who come back by and listen afterwards. I said, you know, how about, and it wasn't fun to watch. Who wants to watch how sucky it is that you're not enough people? I mean, it was really boring. And I went, because you jumped on, everybody's supposed to come running and spend their time and energy listening to you, but you're not giving of yourself. So this is why I say it's always the same show. It doesn't matter if there's two, it doesn't matter if there's 200. It doesn't matter to me. And that's what I always tell people who come on my show. In fact, I think there's a way to disable it. And if there is, I'm going to. As long as I know, I mean, I've never had nobody. And I just don't like that attitude and wanted to speak out about it. I know last week I spoke out about vaccines and about other things. And some shows I don't speak out about anything. But if I see the need to, I will, because I have a platform. And I think if you have a platform or you've created a platform, you have a responsibility to it. And that's treating people well, whether they're on your show, on the panel, or they're co-hosting with you, or they're visiting in the audience. Just because you can't physically see them there. I mean, I see you guys. I can hear most of you. And even if I don't know your voice, I see the people there. And Tiffany, yeah, it's ladies, you know, wear their manners. I see that, lady. It's true. I'm nervous, but at the same time, I know I have messages to share and someone may need that message and get it. Well, that's the thing, Tiffany. And I'm happy if you come on News Stories. First of all, I'm not putting you straight on air. We're going to talk first and we're going to get you comfortable. And then once you're comfortable, and I think the way my show works is everybody gets to know about me too. This is why I do a pre-interview. It's to get to know each other a bit. And there's lots of shows that do the jump on interviews. That's great. There's nothing wrong with them. But that's not what Use Stories is. Use Stories is about a connection through stories and connecting people and stereotypes. You know, not everybody has the time to sit there and do all that, but that's what my show does. And I take whatever time is needed and get to know, and I'll tell you about me, and we talk and whatnot, and you know, I get people comfortable. And you know, who knows, you might end up with your own live stream. But exactly, it's all, Tiffany, it's about connecting. Use Stories, people see it and they think it's, you know, about you channels. And no, it's about you. It's about the people. It just happened that it worked really well, YouTube Use Stories, and it was the first one. And that's what it is. So the pre-interview, some are shorter, some are longer, but you know, you're my guest. You're coming in to my living room, and I want you to enjoy it and have a good time. And I've seen people, I've seen people get ignored, and it's rude. It's just blatantly rude. I've seen people that, you know, they ignore part of their guests, and they're only concerned with how many people they get. And I don't like that. Yeah, deeper connections build a stronger family. I agree. And you know what the thing is? People don't realize family comes in so many forms. It doesn't have to be a blood relative. There's so many people that have met through here, and I've been so happy to facilitate connections between people. And they go off and do their thing and whatnot. And that's cool. And people always seem to be surprised. Yes, thank you so much that you enjoy my channel. I really put a lot of work into it. And I'm glad you do. That really means a lot to me. Yes, greedy is not good. People are surprised often when I say I do announcements. And I said, well, why not? It's good news. It's celebrating other people. I think we should all celebrate and uplift each other. There's no reason, you know, what? I'm not live all the time, nor do I expect when people say, well, that takes away from your channel. How the hell does it take away from my channel? What, you're going to sit and watch my channel all day long? I mean, if you want to, sure, go ahead. People are going to go to other people's channels anyway. And if I know something good and something enjoyable and somebody tells me about something like Happy Trail Hiking, I met them. They told me about their 1,000 subscriber thing. It happened to be, it was at 9 o'clock. My show was at 7. I told about it. My show was still running then. I said, hey, you can pop over to both. Why not? They're celebrating. So that's a message I wanted to send out, is we should be uplifting each other and not complaining about whether there's this or this person's better because this or that. It's about the people, everybody's time. Yes, exactly, Tiffany. People should bring each other up and not tear each other down. And you know what? When somebody gives me a piece of advice or a critique on something, I listen. You know, Patsy told me about closing my eyes and it made me look like I was sleeping. I'm damn glad that Patsy told me that, because then I saw it. I watch back my shows and see how I can improve, because I don't come on here to rack things. I want to give a quality show, and I love interacting with you guys. So I just want to say that you all are important. Your time is worth gold. And if somebody doesn't treat you like that, walk the other way. If they're not a friend, if they're not the spouse, they're not the this, you're always important, you're always loved, and your time is worth gold. That's, oh, you love it too. That is fantastic. So, on that note, I wanted to end it with something really, really positive and very thankful for you all. To remember how special you are and that you are always loved. You can always have an open voice here. We can always have discussions, and it will always be a safe place to do that. And that is something I can give. I am going to do a special celebration at some point. You know what? I decided probably not at 1,000 exactly, because YouTube's kind of chosen that. Maybe I'll do it 105, 1005. I don't know. I want to pick something, and I am going to do a giveaway, but I want to do something. I put up the Amazon things because it's something for everyone. Obviously, I can't do something that I can give to everybody other than what I give of myself. And I do truly try to give of myself to all of you. Anybody who wants to do a collaboration or otherwise, please tell me. I love it. And I don't base anything on how many subscribers you have, because that's something that, you know, that it's your content and you as a person. So on that note, the lady needs to go and do some work and go to bed. But I appreciate you guys so much. I had such a wonderful time. As always, I love to see you all. I am so honored to receive this. When I think about it and I stutter. It's so wonderful. Thank you. I kiss it. I can feel the love coming off of this. And there are times everybody needs a little bit of extra love. And if you ever feel that way, come on by, because I got plenty to give. So on that note, have a wonderful night. Don't forget to come back. It's a super, super special You Stories on Wednesday. Like, I am not kidding. This is truly, I mean, you all are special guests, but this is one that you guys are really going to find fascinating to meet. I love you all. You all are wonderful. Love yourselves. Love those around you. Uplift. And if they can't, then you make sure you uplift, and I'll uplift you too. All right, guys. That is all. That is the end. I love you. It's Lady Borgia Live. Have a wonderful evening. Lady Borgia.